Shh, I'm invisible. It's fine. Hold on, I'm getting my model up, guys. You ate too much spicy food, Varnish? Oh no! That's bad for your health. Do it again. It's good to see you, Varnish. How you doing, old friend? I know, I was joking around. You caught a cold? That is not good for your health. Get better soon, okay? Lots of orange juice and junk. Alright, here we go. I also pinned the rules of the spin the wheel, so you get spins. I'll put this here. I have appeared! Hello! Nice to see you again. Hopefully you're all having a great time. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to show you guys the wheel because I put new stuff on it. So... It's really cute how you say that, Linus. Anyway. Here's Machiko, here to help us all today. And, here is the wheel. Ooh. I'll just wait for Varnish to come back. Go sit down and relax, okay? Alright. Yeah. Don't worry. I waited for you to come back. Don't worry. So, here... Yeah. So, I have a swimsuit model. It's my human form swimsuit model, but it is a swimsuit model nonetheless. So, chili pepper is... I have some, red pepper flakes here and chili powder, and basically I have to eat it. Please don't kill me. Obviously I've made more stuff here. Obviously, if you land on collab with me, you get to collab with me. Here's the thing though, I don't act cutesy. I would have to put on a little voice. Basically, I put on a little voice and I have it on for 15 minutes. Does that make sense? Are we making sense there? Nice! I mean, I collab with you even if you didn't get that redeemed, but, you know, it entices people. I usually collab with people I know, so, yeah. Awesome! The chat tweets for me, I learned, was a pretty nice one. Also, drunk stream. Be nice to me. So I will note, my Phantom Thief outfit is not quite done yet. Swimsuit model is done. The maid outfit is done. Like, the human form's maid outfit. My Catgirl maid outfit's not done yet. The Femboy Neko is not quite finished yet. I haven't even started on that, really. So, some of those costumes are not finished yet. So, yeah. Anyway. I'll close that. Mute the music and put on my game. It is time to collect more scares. Ooh. Ooh. Spooky. Is the music too quiet, or I could turn it up a little, see how that works. Cause it's quiet in my ears. I don't know if it's quiet for y'all though. Oh, hello, doggo. Are you a good boy or a girl or whatever your gender is? All right, sound is good. Awesome. If I didn't know this is the lunch, he invited me to, I would have automatically assumed I got dragged into another stakeout. After years of knowing him, this has simply become one of the many habits I have gotten used to. I've gotten used to. Food arrives minutes later. A slice of their vegetarian quiche for me. Meanwhile, Ashton has opted for a cup of coffee, plus a gracious serving of...
You having cake for lunch?
Cake for lunch? Bro! He shrugs and then proceeds to dig in without even a hint of remorse. Frankly, it's like seeing a child get his Christmas present early. Yeah, fuck you, of course we are. Yeah, I know, but here's the thing, it's also Ash, and we hate Ash.
Don't tell Becca. I'll get an earful. It's just for today.
You should listen to her, though. The kind of work you do, you'll need to eat something other than sweets. I don't want to see you drop dead in front of my apartment again.
I told you, just this once.
That's what they all say,
Have
Ash.
you been hanging out with Becca lately? You're beginning to sound like her.
Nah, just for some recipes. But she has the right to worry, you know? It's like she's taking care of two kids. One bitches on sweets, while the other on cup noodles.
Honestly, though? Shut up! I feel so attacked.
At least Bella knows how to cook.
Hey, I can at least boil something.
Can you boil your shit attitude?
Wait, that's easy, right? I mean, you just put water in and...
No, don't even think about it. You destroyed your own kitchen once by sticking a pressure cooker on it.
You sicked a pressure cooker on your kitchen! How could you? What did the pressure cooker ever do to you, Ash?
I think my sister is a whole lot better than you. And this is coming from someone who has no other choice but to eat her cooking for some time.
To be fair, he genuinely appears offended at the last remark. Hate will be too strong of a word to describe how Sis and him usually interact whenever they're in the same room. Though, whatever appropriate word it is, I can say with most certainty that the feeling is mutual for both. Ash thinks she nags too much, while Sis thinks he's a trouble magnet I should stay away from. They're both technically right on their assessments.
How's your sister, by the way? Still bullying white guys?
What should I say? She's married to one now. You're the one who started it. Oh, that's a good question. I should save that.
You do know she's married to one now.
Okay, cool. I chose the right answer, I guess.
I hope she doesn't end up poisoning him with her cooking.
Pot calling the kettle black?
Pot calling the kettle black.
She can't be better than me.
Actually, she is now. They're planning to start a restaurant sometime in the future.
I was bedridden for days after eating some of the stuff she whipped up. And now you're letting her cook for other people?
Don't exaggerate. It was just for one day, and you're the one who refused to leave your apartment. You should come by, though. Sis gave birth a few days ago. Girl.
Is it? Oh, Zach's an uncle! Yay! He's an Unky Zach! Hashtag Unky Zach in the chat, y'all.
I've only seen the pictures, but I might visit sometime after everything's settled down. Too many backlogs to go through for now.
Hashtag Unky Zach. Unky Zach is best uncle.
No way in hell. She'll just find something to criticize again.
Shut up, Ash. You're such an asshole.
Last time, it was Shirley.
Who? Oh, yeah, your car. He makes a show of being utterly mortified, though I'm quite sure he doesn't mean any of that. He might not say it straight out, but I'm pretty sure he's enjoying the small visits whenever he can. Something about it reminds him of his own family, sort of like making up for the one he never got back after his parents separated. Sore spot on that one topic, though he never one thing he never ever brings up in any conversation if he can help it, and I've never seen the need to be nosy. Oh, so that's why Ash is an asshole. He's got separated parents. Don't worry, Ash. I know how you feel. My mom and dad separated too. Those are some wounds you're just not meant to open. For both of us, the sentiment goes the same way.
As if you ain't already on a shit list. You're just afraid of her.
Whoa! Huh?
In your dreams.
You would think.
But I'll think about it. Can't just drop this thing at the moment.
Can't drop a lot of things, can you? Like that shit attitude. His change of tone is subtle, but his aggravation over the matter hangs completely palpable in the air.
Still no closer?
The opposite, actually. There's been some slip-ups here and there. Careless mistakes, and let's just say I'm waiting for him to make another one. What about you? How are things on your end?
All piled up on top of the other. But I can manage. Still recovering from the expenses for the movie, so the surge in new projects helps. Well, there's this one thing.
One thing? What one thing? Oh yeah, that thing. The expression on his face grows more puzzled with each photo I spread across the table. There's about 8 of them. All of its reprints represent the same thing. Miss Wright's distorted head on the photos. It takes a moment to go through each, eyeing the prints warily. Scary stuff, yeah. The fur on his brow doesn't ease even as he gathers all of it into one pile and sets them in one neat stack in front of me with a heavy sigh.
Hannah Wright?
Yeah. How did you...
The locket. She never takes it off. Evan's family heirloom.
I won't even think about asking why or how he knows that. If he's investigating them, he'll likely have already dug up every unimaginable dirt on them, including family history.
Are you done with your work with them?
Yesterday, yeah. It's just a small feature for a magazine. Interviews, photos, standard stuff, nothing big. But see, here's the thing. I don't know how else to put this out there without sounding crazy, but there really is something odd with that place. Remember the letter?
He drags in a breath, reaches up to his nose and pinches it, like the action alone will help him and grant him all the patience in the world to continue this conversation.
Please tell me this isn't about that again.
No, Ash, you've got to listen this time.
I am listening, and I can't believe that just came out of your mouth. These are some blurred out photos, and that letter is just a stupid prank. I expected this from Isabella, not you.
Oh, you're an asshole, you know that? I hope you die.
You're the photographer here. I don't see any need to get worked up over this.
I know what you mean, but will you hear me out first?
Ash leans back in his seat and doesn't say anything further. He gestures for me to continue with a wave of his hand, impatience clearly on his face. Any other person telling him this, and he'll walk out without batting an eye. We're supposed to only reach to give me the benefit of the doubt because we know each other.
Ash, I don't easily buy into these things as much as you do. Yesterday, though, behind Hana.
He blinks at that, his eyebrows lifting momentarily before settling into a deep frown.
Hana? Since when were you on a first-name basis with the right missus?
Why does that even matter?
I thought you said this was just a gig.
His voice stays level, but the accusation in it is as clear as day. Let Ash die, please. We'll see. It's a nerve in me somehow, more than that tone usually does. I do get where he's coming from, but that's not the point here. Oh, wow, he got angry at that. Of all the things I said, my connection to the right is the first thing he points out. As much as I want to keep my own annoyance at bay, I can't stop it from seeping into my voice.
That's completely beside the point here, Ash.
I warned you, Zach.
I get it, all right? But you can't just expect me to turn it down after I made a commitment to a client. I've got to put food on my table.
I didn't say you shouldn't, but you should not be messing with them.
I wasn't messing with them.
And this isn't?
He waves the photos in front of me before dropping the pile on the table with a loud bang, a loud smack. I don't need to look to know we've already attracted some attention from the lunchtime crowd. Besides, turning away from him almost feels the same as admitting he's right. There are things more important than this damn case right now. I wish he'd see that.
It was a job, and that ain't how these photos were intended to come out. You think I'd go out of my way just to edit something like this? There's something weird going on here.
And you think Luke Wright will see it that way?
Baby.
You think the Wright missus will find it amusing?
I did not do this for my amusement, Ash. People's lives might be at stake here.
If you understood that in the first place, we wouldn't be having this stupid talk. Luke fucking Wright is a dangerous man, Zach. Keep hanging around them and you'll find yourself burnt to a crisp in your apartment or floating down a river 3 days later. This case is...
Will you stop talking about the damn case for once and just listen to me? Why do you think Isabella's...
Don't you dare bring her into this. We're talking about you and this stupid...
Oh, of course you don't want to talk about it. Because you're fucking afraid there's some damn truth to what she's saying now that there's two of us.
Heading right through a party at the penthouse. What day are we at? City's most powerful, we're seen. Here we are. Asked to leave for a break. Called Rebecca. Every expression drains from his face as soon as the words are out of my mouth. They've hit their mark. Each utterance scathes, sharp with nothing but anger and the truth. Yet they are also things I won't typically say out loud in good company, and rather ease people into before letting it fall. Almost immediately, a wave of regret washes
Ash,
over me.
dude, that ain't what I meant to.
You said enough, Zach.
Without another word, he stands, his chair scraping loudly against the floor, all while my brain races to find something to fix this. Ours ain't a fragile friendship by any means. I'd like to think we've gone past the stage where we find everything the other says insulting. but there are times where letters and phrases alone can cut deeper than any blade. Mine might even leave a scar. He didn't let me, however. Instead, he sets a card in front of me. The name is familiar. But amidst the cloud of remorse swirling inside my head, I can't bring myself to recall where I've seen it.
You shouldn't be running blind. Call this guy. He'll be less inclined to shout at you. Might even talk some sense into you.
Shots for disturbed. Zachary decided to show the photographs to Ashton. During lunch, they briefly discussed Zach's sister. Topic veered on the photos. Refusing to believe his friend, Ashton advised him to talk to Andrew instead. Ash really needs to fucking chill. Like, he's being a fucking asshole for no reason. It's really annoying. Ugh. The audacity of this bitch. The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch. I don't see his face when he leaves, and it is only when the store's bell chimes I do again do I breathe. Of all the places that never crossed my mind, I'll end up wandering into the public library today, considering I've rarely ever visited. Somehow there's always been this kind of disconnect between me and the books in general. Sure, some held my attention in youth during the brief times. Thanks for the stretch, and hydrate. And drink. Whew. During my youth, sure, some held my attention in my youth during the brief times of the day I was left with to my own with nothing to do. I went through the whole of Grant's collection, as a matter of fact. Read them all twice or thrice even, but they never did hold it for long. Most of it never even stuck. Especially after I learned it's simply easier to do things myself if I wanted to learn stuff. This ain't in the plan in the first place. But after that argument, I really don't have any other choice. Nothing but quiet greets me inside, though. Not the typical mom one. Not the typical mum one would associate with a library, but one akin to a hush prior to an impending trouble. Or perhaps I'm just overthinking again. I really like to think I'm just thinking too much about this. That this is just the lack of sleep talking. Regardless, apart from a group of students murmuring in a corner somewhere, the place is free of its usual visitors. All while my footsteps echo in a manner unsettling enough to raise the hairs at the back of my neck. Much to my relief, it does not take me long to find him, being the only occupant in this side of the room. Professor Andrew Clark. I've never personally met the man, but Ash spoke highly of him several times. In fact, he is Ash's go-to guy when something's troubling him with a case. My steps are unsure as I approach. At any rate, he greets me with a warm smile like a grandson he hasn't seen in a long time.
Ashton's friend, I take it. Zachary.
Yes, sir.
You'll have to forgive this old man if I don't get your name right.
Oh, no, you got it. It's Zach. Zachary Steele, Professor Clark.
He gestures at the empty seats across the table while he returns to his books. The next couple of minutes pass in relative silence as he continues to read and take notes from the pile he's accumulated on the table. Maybe I should have taken a book first before heading here. One moment, guys. But before I can even get into that far, even get far into that idea, the professor clicks the book shut and sets it atop the stack next to him.
Ashton told me you were hoping to get answers from me.
At my confused state, he lets out a small chuckle.
He sent a message ahead. A friend needs to have some sense knocked into him. In verbatim. That boy never changes.
I wasn't really expecting he'd do that.
Although I'm not quite sure what I could share, I'll do my best to help.
At least he's better at communicating than fucking Ashes. Of course, there are a lot of things I want to ask. How do we get out of this mess is the first among hundreds of concerns in my head. But in the presence of someone I barely know, the thoughts won't easily form. He is nothing but patient, however, and willing to with enough time to mull over, a question
Do
finally
you
forms.
believe in the paranormal, Professor?
It's supernatural, actually. Don't worry. It's a common mistake to make. But they really are two different things. The other one deals with what we can't explain at the moment, while the other are things we may not have an explanation to.
I believe in the supernatural.
Here.
He places a couple of papers in front of me, the very same one he was writing on earlier. A study of Luxborn's supernatural culture in
A friend of
nutshell.
mine wrote that a few years ago. He took interest in the city after reading about the stories.
You remind me of Santa if he got a PhD.
I have to agree with him here. Even stories dealing with things you don't see with the naked eye can be rife with culture, and this city thrives on it. Just ask the locals.
Like ghosts, for example.
Among other things. The interpretation has changed over the years, though. Various religions, for example, have their own version. It might not always be a spirit now. It could be a memory, or an imprint, an echo, so to speak. Some are born from curses, even, out of great anger, hatred, or pain.
That is also true.
There was this one story. Here it is.
Another book is pulled out from the stack and it placed atop the papers while he speaks with such passion that it makes me wonder if some part of him believes these to be true. It is interesting, though, even if I'm not personally a fan of such stories. An hour... Oh! Vac has been here? Hello, Vac. I thought you were Varnus. I'm sorry. How are you today? Hopefully good. If not, I hope your day gets better. And soon hours pass without my
In
notice.
the end, it asked for something to be sacrificed in order to destroy whatever anchors the Wraith.
Ah, the harbinger of death. Or at least one of death's many, many puppets. Or pets, or however you prefer to refer to them.
A sad tale, that one. But the simplest grudge can bring the ugliest, even in the kindest person, with some people none the wiser. Oh, I'm sorry. I just went on.
But I love listening to old people talk about things they love. It reminds me of of Catboy.
Nah, it's good. Are you familiar with the Ermengarde Mansion, though?
Of course. That goes without saying. Who hasn't heard of the local legend?
Your mom. Hold on, I have to fix my orientation real quick. I realize it's kind of janky. There I go, all better.
In fact, you aren't the first one to ask me about that recently.
Oh, cool!
Although, word of the mouth is, someone has already bought it.
Word of the mouth is, I don't know.
Ah, yeah.
I didn't have
The right
anything for
couple.
that.
It was a close friend who handled that sale.
Cool.
So I heard. Well, don't think the house being bought by anyone would stop us from talking about it. What is it about the mansion, then?
That mansion's creepy as shit, is what it is.
I just want to ask what you think of it, sir.
We're going to need more than an afternoon for that, young man. You see, it's the kind that has changed over the years, passed down from one person to the next. Sometimes, it's the Lord William who haunts the place. There are versions where it's the lady of the house.
Bro, for real? Oh, God.
But my favorite, a personal favorite, would have to be the ones that followed after the disappearance of the kind daughter.
Oh, you mean the one that hung herself? That's sad. Imagine being British.
Well, what about these then?
Cringe. Wait, I didn't mean to click on that. Let me do it. There was a moment of hesitation on my part before I pull out Miss Wright's photos and lay them all in front of me. Unlike Ashley, the professor inspects each print with great interest. This gives me some hope, at least.
When were these taken?
Oh, wow, he looks anky! I sounded way too happy, I'm sorry.
Just the other day.
Yeah, it was, was when junk happened.
Do you think those are the same?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. There were certainly instances when the film would pick up what the human eyes weren't able to see. But then, it could also have been human error.
I didn't edit it in any way. You have my word on that, Professor. They all just came out like that.
Then, if it is what you're thinking, I'd strongly advise against doing something reckless and further tangling with them. Accounts about them may be riveting to you, but most of it often ends in an unpleasant manner.
What about those people in the house? If there is something in there, shouldn't they know? I'm sure they're already familiar with the legends, but...
Some people might deserve it, however.
Some people might deserve it? That must suck.
Deserve what, sir?
All of a sudden, the tenderness in the professor's eyes disappear, his face becoming unreadable. As though catching himself, he hastily clears his throat, gathers his books and rises from his
Professor?
seat. Huh?
I'm sorry. I just remembered something I neglected to do. You'll have to excuse me, Zachary.
Okay, man, whatever you say.
All right. Do you need any help with that?
Don't let my looks fool you, son. I can still carry a few hundreds. I've been doing this for years.
A few 100 pounds? That's fucking lit!
I'll see you some other time if you have any other questions.
Of course. It was nice knowing you, Professor.
Bye! Have fun. What's this? He doesn't hear it, however. The professor shared a few of his favorite stories. Zach showed the distorted photos. The professor only warned him not to be reckless and that some people deserve what's coming to them. In a few short strides, he's out of the library, leaving me in every piece of this whole mess amidst the oppressive stillness. Despite the answers gleaned, more questions surface. If there is even a single way out of this, I hope we find it soon. The moon is well into the night sky by the time I make it back home. One moment, please. My heavy treads and the sound of traffic outside echoing in my ears, filling the empty room with some semblance of life. Hey, Bondo! Welcome in! Nana must scold me if she ever hears me walking like that, but after today I can't really give a damn about anything. The mattress creaks under my weight as I unceremoniously flop down on it, and I find myself looking at the paper under my grip. An invitation and a request to cover an event, the Wright's housewarming party, tomorrow evening. If only it were that easy, but it'll give me a chance to talk to her. about that thing in her house. With a sigh, I let my hand fall to the side of the bed along with the invitation. I'll think about it tomorrow when my head ain't muddled with the thoughts of a headless woman and the haunting smiles of a ghost. Belatedly, it occurred to me the last meal I ate had been the one with Ashton. An empty, gnawing ache makes itself known, but I can't bring myself to stand up. Oh my god, that's me every day. Today was a complete waste of time, and frankly, a disappointment. I don't like this. The lack of certainty, the disquiet, the lack of stable ground to stand on, the part where I do not know what will come tomorrow. Ever since that damn letter, everything has been thrown out of the loop. I wish everything stayed the same. Routine would have been easier to make sense than this. Closing my eyes, I let the noise from the streets below lull me to sleep. At the very least, that's one thing that hasn't changed. October 29th on Saturday. The melody carries into the hall long before I cross the threshold. Solemn but gentle and soothing, a reminder of what home is. Pa's firm but meaningful gaze, Ma's wistful smiles. The warm rays filtering through the air, through the eaves at sunset. The distinct smell of wet earth and leaves after a long day's rain in our room. The room, Ma and Pa's pride and joy, a place where we were once promised several springs ago. Yet it won't stop.
No, wait! Come back! I'll be good this time!
Oh?
Please don't leave! Please stay!
Zach? Relax, man. The floorboards are cold under my feet more than it usually is. The walls are more forbidding than what I'm used to. Farther and farther the room goes down. So, there is a bit of backstory on Zach. He was not originally a citizen of the United Kingdom in this game. Zach in this game is actually a foreigner. He lived in New Jersey as a child. His parents were murdered in a racial prejudice crime. And he moved in with his grandparents, with his sister when they were young. So these are night terrors that often occur to such victims. I myself am not quite one of these types of victims, though I have faced my own racial crimes. Yeah. But I have nightmares similar to these, as I have my own stuff to deal with. So I know how haunting they can get. And it's one of the reasons why Zach is my favorite character. Yeah, thanks. I'll be sure to put a pin in that. But not right now. Ma's singing ceases and Pa... I can't hear Pa. It's okay. Not above the raucous clanging and the deafening roar of gunshots, nor the screams of replacing the comforting soft melodies. Okay. It's okay. It's okay, you're not there anymore. Oh, alright, I'm fine. There is only the blinding fear, but when the light breaks... Her skin is already taken a sickly pale color. Rotten in most parts, blood dripping from every open gash and lesion on her body. Bony hands grip Hana's neck like a noose. Yeah, be careful if you're squeamish, look away. Staining the skin underneath with a vibrant shade of scarlet. Nothing but malice fills the gleam in her eyes. A scream ripples through the air. My whole body feels distant. Every limb heavy with lead, all unable to move at will. Not even so. I can wipe the beads of sweat from my temple. The rasping of my breath easily fills... Okay. Easily fills the room in the wee hours while I force it back into a steady rhythm. There is a tightness in my chest I can't shake off. My heart pounding against it as if it's about to burst out. Something cold has settled in my legs. Not the usual chill that comes and goes with the passing breeze through the window, but strong enough to sting, shackle, leave a frigid sensation creeping up my skin. With every struggle I make, the pressure winds firmly around my legs, tighter and tighter and tighter, all until it becomes too much. My heart stops. Oh no! Oh no! I can't do this again, y'all. Shit! Oh no, not this again. No, homie. Oh boy. You can do this. Another draft sweeps into the room and brings with it the iron tang of blood. Thick, suffocating, filling my nose with a foul, sickening smell as I shift my gaze downward and it slowly comes into view. I fucking hate her so much. I don't know. Oh no! Mouth stretched with into a hideous smile and eyes brimming with nothing but madness. The stench of gore taints the air around me. I can't look away. From it, her, the terror and the death that her uncanny, twisted features alone scream. I try to open my mouth to shout, to ask for any help, but my voice left my body altogether. All I have is a painful realization that no kind of plea will ever save me from her. Then suddenly the bed dips. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, it was a little scary. I watched The Grudge when I was really young. So, you know, a little bit of flashbacks from that. I do love horror, but oh my god, it scares me. But I love it for a different reason. It lets me know I'm still alive and kicking. Whew, I feel so alive. The brutal plunge back into myself jerks me awake. There was no ear-splitting scream, no wild thrashing of limbs, just a painful, constricting awareness that something has wound itself tightly around my neck. I waste no second pulling a blanket away, but allow myself a few minutes to steady my breathing before getting off the bed. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Phew. I fucking hate grudge chicks. 1 step, 2 steps, 3. But the dreams have gotten worse. Ever since 2 days ago, no longer are they the small, cursory flashbacks I'm used to, but vivid ones that linger. I can still feel the blood in my hands, the putrid smell of rotten flesh, and the sickening crunch of bones breaking with every movement. and her cold, chilling eyes that bore into me. I've had dreams like that too. Sometimes I wake up with the feeling of that I was stabbed in the stomach. And sometimes I wake up feeling like I was smashed in the head with a brick. Yeah. Nightmares like that, night terrors like that can get really, really real. Oh, thank you for the hugs. I draw in one ragged breath, and before I knew it, I'm walking out the door. Even in the waking world, it reeks. A bench in the park is far from the most private of places for thoughts in Luxborn, considering its location at the heart of a bustling city. Must. But in the early hours of the morning, provides enough peace and quiet for any poor, problematic soul who happens to wander here. The city is just waking up. Excuse me. A little later than usual. But knowing what day it is, one can't fault it for being a little tardy. Just this once. Yet neither the chilling, the pleasant morning chill, nor the soft twittering of birds does anything to banish the images. Every single one has rooted itself into my head, its claws digging deep in what is no longer a safe place to hide in.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Take a key and lock him up, lock him up, lock him up. Take a key and lock him up, my fair lady. London Bridge is falling down, falling down.
I guess that's one way to break the silence. It used to be easy finding some pretense of peace under the guise of sheer optimism and following regular routine. Now I don't know what to make of it. Sometimes it's easier to run, easier to hide when everything's falling apart. That way you don't have to be the first to witness it when it does. It worked when things went bad with the movie, after all. It also worked when Mom and Pa were taken from us. Maybe it really is better if I should...
Hey, mister.
Huh? Hello, little child? Also, you do realize the Queen of England's dead, right? Like, you don't have to sing that. Nah, I'm just kidding. You sing whatever you want. You're adorable! Oh my god! Look at how cute she is! Hello, little child! The tiny voice gives me a pause. When I look up, a little girl, maybe about 6 or 7, is peering at me. 2 wide eyes overflowing with what can only be the natural curiosity one typically sees in children. I vaguely note the St. Goretti uniform she's wearing before returning her greeting.
Hey, kid.
Kylie.
Kylie?
That's my name. Mama said it's rude not to call people by their names.
She then flops down on the empty space beside me. Her little legs, too short to touch the ground, swings in tune with the song she hums under her breath. I don't mind kids. Nana will often invite the ones in our old neighborhood to give them treats. Of course, by the time Sis and I were too old to play with them. But you get used to the commotion eventually. It's not completely as unpleasant as most people would imply. Kylie seemed to be a well-behaved kid anyway.
Oh, sorry. Nice to meet you, Kylie.
Do you always talk to strangers with such confidence? Because goddamn, I wish I could.
Is Mama here?
Yeah, where's your mom, kid?
No, but my big brother's with me. He's taking pictures with his camera over there.
She points to the far end of the park, the one closest to the street where a kid is taking shots of something above him. It doesn't look to be birds because all there is on that side is of the park are buildings.
I don't see what's so interesting with the tip of a building, though. I'd take pictures of dogs if I were him. They're cuter.
This kid is too innocent. What are you hiding? Are you hiding governmental secrets? This kid is mad sus. There is no reason for this kid being this adorable. I mean, granted, they have said kids say cute shit all the time. I mean, I was a kid. I said cute shit all the time. Some of it was cursed, though. But in this case, there is no reason to be this adorable. What are you hiding? You're a fictional child. You must have governmental secrets or something. Did you kill a man?
Do you have a camera too, mister?
Of course I do, little child.
Yeah, I'm actually a photographer.
Mama said I'm too young to get a camera.
That must suck, kid. I'm sorry to hear. One day, though. Wait, she's too young to get a camera? It's a camera, though. Why would a kid be too young to get a camera? I personally don't see a problem, but, you know, not my kid, not my problem. Catch. You suck.
I'm sure your mama will eventually give you one. But won't you be late for school like this?
Big brother will get us there on time. Rowan promised Papa. We aren't going to be late. It's sports day. So it's not good if you keep looking like that today.
Sports day? Is that like a... Is that a British thing? The fuck is sports day?
If it ends up raining and we lose, it's your fault.
I'm sorry.
All right, I'll try not to upset the clouds today, kid.
I assume... Oh, thanks for the hydrate. Jesus Christ. Oh no, I'm getting spammed with hydrate teams. Chuck. Wilson. Thanks for the hydrates. Just watering the sunflower. Or in this case, the soonflower. Ha ha! Water your soonflower. Or she'll eat your face. Try not to upset the kid. Sports day, is that like a... Kenji, is sports day like the... Shut up, Finn. I am not watering it, I'm drowning it. Yes, drown me, please! But, Kenji, I'm assuming sports day is like the British equivalent to game day in America, where you do football and shit.
I would imagine, but I don't know.
Do y'all fucking play rugby with tiny toddlers?
Is it because you're sick, mister?
Before I know it, a smile has spread over my face. They say kids ask the toughest questions sometimes, and they sure do. With how sincere Kylie looks. Oh my god, I remember. Yeah, kids do. I should know. Here's the thing. I mean, when I was a kid, I asked some pretty tough questions too. Like, kids who are neurotypical already ask pretty tough questions, like, Mister, why you so fat? Do you want to know what an autistic 6-year-old asks? The type of questions they ask? Why is your thumb missing? Are you stupid? Or something equivalent to that. And it's just the bluntest type of questions there with an option put in front of it. Automatically become with options. Lying feels like doing her a huge disservice.
No, not sick. Just having a very, very bad day.
Why is that?
Because life sucks, kid. When you get older, you have to do something called taxes. And you also have to, vote, I guess. You also have to work. And barely have time to go play with your friends. And you barely have time to just chill. You barely have time to eat, or breathe, or sleep. It's basically just survival. Yeah.
Is that like when my big brother ate all of my pudding? He did that once and then cried. It wasn't very nice of him.
I'm sorry, kid. That was adorable. I don't know what... Wow. Honestly, same, kid. Same. Same. All the time. 100%.
Yeah, I think so. You see, there's this mean girl. She's given my friends and I a lot of trouble. I even got in a fight with my best friend because of her.
Huh?
Hard to keep up when things are like that, you know? Especially when you can't. It's kind of scary. Makes you wish things will just stay as peaceful as they used to be. Hard to keep up when things are like that, you know? Especially when you can't do anything.
Maybe she just wants to be friends with you?
I highly doubt that. She already hurt one of my friends.
What if she's just sad? Or maybe she just wants help. That's what happened with Melody. I let her borrow my crayon when she left hers. Now we're playmates.
You know what? That is a pretty simple solution.
It's not really the same thing, Kylie. What she did, they're pretty bad things.
I still think there's another reason. Did you try talking to her? That's what Mama said I should do.
I don't think that'll work either.
You never know until you try, Zach.
You haven't even tried yet. You sound like Rowan. You're just scared, mister.
Damn, kid, don't attack me like that. Jesus. That strikes a chord. Maybe it's the honesty in her tone or simply the truth in the words itself. I don't know why, but I can't help it. I laugh. Loud enough to disturb an elderly couple taking a leisure
Why
walk
are you
nearby.
laughing?
That's nothing. You're a really smart kid, you know that?
That's what I've been doing, ain't it? Go full speed ahead, then backtrack when things get tough. Stay in my safe zone because that's all. That's what I know. Once Dr. Navarro said I should be the one willing to deal with my problems before anyone else. I didn't show up on our next appointment after that, but he's right. And though I hate to admit it, knowing what I've seen, but the kid makes a good point too. I've been so caught up thinking about thinking there might not be a way out. Maybe there isn't, and maybe there is, but that doesn't mean I should just leave it up to fate. There are only some things you leave up to fate. This is not one of them. Aren't spirits supposed to be humans before too? Had people they cared about, lived a life of their own, smiled and laughed like the rest of us does? Do they really lose it all of it after
You better
death?
get to school though, or you'll miss sports day. You should have won yourself some awards, alright?
Alright. Can I show it to you when I do? That can cheer people up, right?
Yeah, sure, kid. Just, I'll be honest, you sound kind of like a creepy lollipop kid, like you're gonna kill me or something. Or like steal all my money. And this is her brother calls for her, and I took that as a sign to leave. Got things to do, to face, to first few steps, they say.
Nah, I'm good now, I think. Thanks to you. Besides, Mister needs to go. But you should show it to Mama and Papa. I'm sure they'll be proud of you, Kylie.
I will. Thanks, mister. Bye.
Bye! Gave her a little pat on the head before heading on my way. Small gesture of thanks from a stranger she didn't know she might have helped. She may not understand it now, even though at such a young age she already has this understanding of things, but maybe when she's older. When the world no longer seems too big
But
for her.
aren't you going to help me, mister?
With what?
Confused, I glanced back. Ah! God fucking damn it now! Whatever cheer our little talk brought has vanished under the shadows, completely dancing in my eyes. Suddenly dancing in my eyes. The frigid air is most definitely not how the morning chill would feel like. Bitter, stinging, unwelcoming. the frigid air is most definitely not how the morning chill should. Oh, I already read that. Oh my god. It looks terrifying too, because it looks like a tiny Junko Enoshima. I'm not happy with this. I hate ghost children. I hate possessed children. And there are two things I'm afraid of. Is Onryos, and you know, the Finn, cut it out. And you know, is Onryos or this. Children that can kill you. Children are terrifying. And the
What
kid.
do you think, mister? Are you going to help me?
What do you want from us?
The response never comes, however, because when I blinked, gone.
Hello? Mister? Are you okay?
Yeah, kid, I'm just having a mental breakdown and a existential crisis. It's fine. You'll understand when you're older. I love you. Just why? Finn. You feed him? For several passing seconds, I let my stare linger on her face, waiting for any sign of another change. But all that remains is in there is the carefree smile of a child. None of the spite, none of the cold, bloody smile.
Nothing, huh? I really need to go, Kylie. It was nice meeting you.
See you again, mister!
Bye, kid! Please don't murder me in my sleep! I break into a run. I don't look back, not even as I bump into a couple of passersby as soon as I'm out on the busy streets. Going insane. This is what it is. And if we don't do something, we all will be. Kylie Suarez, a precious young girl studying at the thing. Okay. The tremors follow me even as I get home. I had hoped for a little stroll around. Hoped a little stroll around the block for a few hours would help. Instead, I am assaulted with more images of her. Her smile, the loathing in her eyes, the stench of gore, the horrid crunch because of every movement she makes. Ugh. Ugh. Blech. Even old memories have been sullied by her, and Ma's song no longer sounds as sweet as it's meant to be. In the end, all I got is a stinky feeling that I will never be rid of her image, and another ridiculous idea that may or may not even work. Santa's already hanging low on the horizon when I make it back. For the first time, coming home feels like a chore. Only I didn't arrive to an empty room. As soon as I opened the door, I am greeted by none other than...
Sup, Z-Man?
I told you we should have called him before going here.
It's fine.
It's Ashton I see first, sitting comfortably on my couch, munching on a bag of chips with both feet propped on top of the table. Whatever proverbial stone has made him a home at the pit... made a home at the pit of my stomach automatically flies right out the window when I see him. Before any exasperation could set in, my attention is taken by the other occupant in the room. Isabella perches on the only other chair in the room, attempting to make herself smaller, it seems, from how closely she's hugging her arms against her. Nevertheless, she gives me a small smile when she notices my stare, yet somehow there ain't any warmth in it like it's supposed to have.
Hey, Zach. Sorry we just barged in here. Ash was...
Relax. Z-Man gave me a copy of the key himself.
Only after you broke the 13th one? I can't keep replacing them every time you think it'd be a good idea to break into my apartment. And stop calling me Z-Man!
I didn't break anything this time.
This time. Key word.
Ash, just because I gave you a key doesn't mean you can just stroll in here whenever you want to. And, hey, is that my...
Ash smirks, because of course he has the gall to smirk knowing what he's doing. He pops it with very likely the last piece of chip into his mouth and folds the wrapper neatly on the table before throwing it in a nearby trash. From her chair, Isabella shoots me apologetic smile as soon as the foil hits the waistband with a dull thunk. Common sense dictates I should be angry. But after everything, despite things we've yet to straighten out before it blows up in our faces, having something completely normal play out in front of me, no matter how childish their antics can get, I can't bring myself to muster even a tidbit of it. Behind me, the television starts blaring the music for the end credits of a movie. They have likely been waiting for a while if Ash has gotten impatient enough to rummage through my cupboards and watch something.
Of course he eats all of it. You know, I was saving that for the weekend. Did you at least share some with Bella?
Don't worry about it. I'm good, Zach.
Really? It's free food, you know? What was that you usually say? You don't say no to free food? What happened?
No, I'm just not hungry.
Ash only shrugs at the question in my eyes. I can't be the only one who finds the vibe she's giving off to be a bit odd. And the guy has no doubt already caught wind of it.
Aye. But if you want something, just say so. I've got a fully restocked pantry right here at your disposal. Still not a 5-star level thing, but for an empty stomach, it'd do.
Whatever you say, man.
Just say the word.
Thanks, Zach. Maybe next time. Food is not really what we came here for. Ash, he's the one who...
She casts a brief glance at Ash, and in an instant he sits up. Every trace of amusement is gone from his face as he claps his hand in front of him and leans forward. A minuscule gesture meant to ease, yet the grim expression on him tells a different story altogether.
All right, you two, what's this about? I don't like those looks. If this has something to do with the other day, I really am sorry about that. It was rude, and I didn't mean for it to come out that way.
A short but tense pause follows, the ball stalling. Under the normal circumstances, I wait. With these two, the more you force it, the more they'll clamp down on it. But as a handful of seconds continue to slip by, the unsettling feeling in me also grows with it. Soon it turns into impatience. Before I can demand a response, one of them finally speaks up. It is Ashton who first breaks it.
No, don't apologize. I should have listened.
How is everything with you lately, Zach?
Hold on, Ash. Both of you. Did I just hear you say that? Is this why Isabella's here? Has something happened?
Hey, Kenji, what's for dinner? What do you want for dinner?
Calm down, we're just here to check on things.
See you later, Varnus. Thanks for coming.
So, did you meet Andrew about the photos?
What photographs?
Said photographs have been sitting untouched since the day I dumped them in my drawer. Isabella still goes very still when I hand her the small stack. To her credit, she did not flinch like I'm expecting her to, and flips through each of it in silence. While her eyes remain strangely calm, her hands have gone rigid, and her mouth has set into a thin line. So what do you want for dinner?
Yeah, do you want to try the pizza?
Chicken nugget things? Yeah. She, out of all people, understands what this means. So you're washing the dishes and such? Kenji? Dishes are washed?
They're washing
Alright. Is the drain clogged?
in the sink.
Yeah.
Was no longer.
Alright. In hindsight, she should have been the one I approached before
What did Andrew
Ash.
say about them?
It could be one, but there's no guarantee it's a supernatural thing. It doesn't always happen. So, that's a dead end right there. Now that I think about it, bothering that guy for this feels pretty silly now. But with the dreams lately...
That's all? Did he say anything about the damn letter at all? Did you ask him even?
I paused, glancing at him skeptically. I don't know where this sudden curiosity is coming from. But Ashton, calm, cool, and collected, and always logical Ashton, takes interest in this something or someone. Interest in this. Something or someone has must have fucked shit up somewhere. Or the world is ending. Seconds pass. The apocalypse I'm expecting to go along with it doesn't arrive, however.
Yeah, that's really everything. Let it kind of slip my mind. The photos were more important at that time. There was some stuff about the local horror stories, though. Talked about the curses, and he was really fascinated with the story. Kinda nasty, if you ask me. But it does make sense if you simply go along with it. There was some stuff about the local horror stories, though. Talked about the curses, and he was really fascinated with the story about a wraith asking for a sacrifice to move on. There was some stuff about the local horror. I'm not sure how this will help in the grand scheme of things. Why are you asking about this anyway?
Rose's death isn't just a coincidence, Zach. It may have something to do with... I may have...
Wait. Stop right there for a sec, Bella. I thought you ain't buying this stuff, Ash. Just the other day, you said the exact same thing.
I still don't, but even Rebecca, out of all people, claims there's something.
Oh, so now you listen because the chick you have a crush on says it. You fucking simp! I hope you die! Piss me off! Fucking dick! I'm gonna fucking murder him, Kenji. I'm gonna murder him in his fucking sleep. You don't deserve to be loved! Fucking hope you die. Hope you die first. I actually hope the ghost gets you first. I hope this murderous, vengeful Onleo gets you first. I hope to see your beating heart in her hands as she crushes it and eats it. Or whatever it is she wants to do with it. I don't know.
What was that?
I'm angry.
Whatever this is, someone has got to look into it. Everything about this screams shady.
Somebody who sees it with their eyes. No, you don't believe it. Your best friend says it. No. Some chick you have a crush on. No. Totally believable. Checks out. Just want to strangle him. Just hold on. I have to do something real quick. Just gonna... Would you like to see a magic trick? I'm trying to strangle him. I'm trying to strangle him. It's hard. Hold on. Let me, just gonna strangle you, man. It's a little too close. There we go. Die, you asshole! Sick of your shit. Fuck you. Actually, that side projection wasn't terrible. Huh? No. Stop being a baby. Alright, time to fix my bullshit again. Oh crap, wrong model. This is my friend's model. Hold on. For those of you who don't know, I make models for friends sometimes. I made this for my friend, Mr. McIntosh. Now he's a chick with tits. Because I have to make everything gay as hell. There we go. This dude's a fucking simp. I'm gonna murder his face. I hope you die first. Damn it, you came in anyway. Let me die first, man.
Are you sure you even have the time? Ain't you busy with your current case?
I got taken off that one.
You
That
didn't
must suck
say
for
you were
you.
taken off your case.
Well, he's an asshole who's a sib, so yeah.
I just got the news this morning. Apparently, the higher-ups think I'm doing a horrendous job at it.
Oh, you are doing a horrendous job at existing, you know, because you're Sippy McAshhole.
It doesn't matter, though. If these two cases are connected like I initially thought, then regardless, I'm on the right track.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Are you sure we should even be doing this?
Doing what exactly?
There's someplace we'll visit after this.
I'm gonna fucking kill him again.
Too vague for comfort, Ash. And please don't tell me you're bringing her with you.
His affirmation comes in the form of a stare, but that alone says all I need to know. What I pointed out gives him a pause, though, and his voice is thick with hesitation when he addresses
You know what?
Isabella.
Zach's right, Isabella. You don't have to come with me.
It's not myself I'm worried about. It's you. I'll just do this myself, if it'll get you into more trouble with your superiors. At least I can make up an excuse why I need to be there.
Don't be ridiculous. You're not walking in there without me. Besides, I think it's a little too late to back out now. Have you two seen the news this morning?
I haven't, actually. Mama called, and I was busy.
The change in the air around her, while small, cannot go unnoticed, and it takes every willpower not to ask. Probably the only thing reigning in my curiosity is the fact that Ash himself hasn't brought it
No
up
problem. It should be in the afternoon news as well.
either. Huh? Man buried after room catches fire. Another victim by the Anselm Butcher? He grabs the remote and cycles through numerous channels until he gets to a news report about another guy who has been found dead in the early hours of the morning today. Burned alive this time. They know fire has spread and whatever damage has been contained within the place the body was found. The room itself, however, has been completely vandalized. Help me. Help me. Help me. Another murder, the authorities claim. Isabella and I knew better. None of us shifts even after the report ends, but the room had suddenly felt stifling. Ashton's eyes have even gone hooded with what appears to be restrained anger, and the remote in his hands creaks mildly under his grip. The stone is back at my stomach. A tiny little thing gripping at my insides, growing with every passing second as the dread sinks in. In the thick of it, Isabella's voice is the one that breaks the hush. A small, weak thing on its own that wavers unevenly between the words, but every syllable heavy with meaning.
This is because of that thing, isn't it? I did this somehow.
When it all fades, all that's left in the air is her doubt and fear, all of which all we could do is to cope. Is there something I could say to make her feel better? We can still fix
It
this.
ain't too late. We could still fix this. There's 3 of us here.
Yeah.
4 if you count Rebecca.
No, she's staying away from this.
She lifts her gaze at me, eyes steady and shoulders squared as she holds it against her baffled look I give her. Although in the next second it immediately softens and takes me by surprise nevertheless. In those brief moments, it's like I faced a different person.
I don't want to involve her in this any more than I already have. Both of you as well.
I already said it. That's completely out of the question. Stop asking.
Still in all, that's 2 extra heads who can do the thinking. Between us 3, I'm sure we'll figure something out pretty soon.
Don't make this whole thing sound like it's a piece of cake to deal with.
It ain't. But better than sitting around, yeah? Plan is still a plan.
You're going to shoot yourself in the foot one day with that kind of thinking. We don't even know who's doing this. The last 2 murders might just be similar incidents done by 2 different suspects.
Hasn't stopped you from going after them before. Remember that time when you...
Okay, stop right there. There will be no retelling of that incident today, Z-Man. Or ever.
Keep calling me Z-Man and maybe I will.
Yeah! Do it! Suddenly, Isabella laughs, though muffled by her hands, and rings light and easy against the thick tension in the room. Still a far cry from the usual cheer she carries. But a welcome shift in the otherwise dreary mood.
Thanks, you two.
I'll tell you about it when he's not around.
Yay!
Give it up, Z-Man. She's not interested.
I'm interested. Don't speak for me. I'm
Who
an
says
adult.
I'm not?
Woohoo! We get to learn about Ash's dirty past. Ash makes a face, but chuckles at the jest despite himself.
Why am I even friends with you two?
Because you're an asshole with no friends. And like this, most of our worries ebb away, if only for a few moments. They take their leave mere minutes close to sundown, but regardless of the lighter mood, little has been said of their plans, only vague hints of what they're aiming to do after. While it ain't any of my business now, to know, something about this whole thing still gnaws at me. A tiny passing thought urges me to do something as well. At this hour, the streets are once again busy with people heading home after a hard day's work. Little of the bustle matters to them as they step out of the crowded walkway, however. Ash especially. There's only his goal in his mind, and I'd wager there's nothing I can do to stop him at this point. He's probably decided on it long before they even made the decision to drop by. Despite this, Isabella lags behind. A worried crease is back on her forehead as she watches Ash leave to get his car.
Something wrong, Bella?
No, actually, can you check on Becca for me after this? I really didn't get the chance to tell her where I'm headed off to.
Hey, Kenji.
Yeah.
How long until everything's clean so we can do the oil thing?
I can get the oil started.
Do you want to go do that then?
Tell her I'm okay and we're... No, just that. That's all.
You sure I should skip on that part? If she finds out about this, she'll be angry. I don't really want to deal with angry Rebecca. It gives me a stomachache just thinking about it.
Neither do I, but I'll handle it if she gets mad. Just make sure she's safe and tell her to be careful. You too. Take care of yourself.
Almost abruptly, she pauses, the gaze in her eyes hardening, as she lapses into another one of those long-distance silences from earlier. And it's just because of the whole fiasco with the letter
I
anymore.
don't want what happened to Rose to happen to you guys as well.
This one cuts deeper. Before I can ask about it, Ashton returns, casually swinging his car keys on one hand, and gestures at Isabella.
Come on, we don't have much time. Shirley's waiting.
Can you stop naming your fucking car, dude? It's weird. I mean, Catboy
Who's
does
sure-
it, but...
Oh, right.
Yeah, his fucking car, because he's weird like that. I get some people name their cars. I personally don't see a reason to name my items. Sometimes I do, but it's really just to label what item it is on my phone.
Don't answer that. I don't want to hear it, you huge dork.
I mean, my computer, I think, was named Amagi. I don't remember.
Says the person who gave her stuffed toys names. Batcat? Really?
Fuck you, asshole!
It's cute. Yours is just weird. I'll see you later, Zach.
She spares me another smile as I watch her walk off. Only now did it occur to me that none of those she gave today ever did reach her eyes. I made a grab for the back of Ash's parka. He staggers briefly before correcting himself and shooting me a confused
Is she
stare.
alright?
What? Who's okay?
Isabella. She's been, I don't know, out of it today? Did something happen earlier?
Scowl on his face says it all.
She's actually been like that this morning. I'll ask, but
Just do me a favor and watch over her. We have no idea what we're dealing with. I don't know what happened to her since the last time I saw her, but from how she's been doing today, whatever it is, seems like a pretty big deal. Wait, you didn't annoy her again, did you? Because I swear to God, if you did, you've got another thing coming for you.
what? No, why would I?
You usually do.
Just so you know, I already apologized for the one at the movie house. Granted, she deserved more of an apology, but I meant it that time.
I'm just asking. I'll take your word for it. But if you can find out what's bothering her, that'd be nice. Honestly, I don't think it's the letter this time.
I'll see what I can do.
Make sure you keep yourself out of harm's way, alright?
Yeah, you too. Don't do anything reckless again.
Reckless, no. But I can't make you to promise I won't do anything. After seeing that, there's no way in hell I'm going to pretend there ain't a problem when there is. This is a really big one, and I'll be damned if I let anything happen to you guys while I sit here. I'm done running when things get tough.
He's about to argue for a moment,
Look,
but...
bro, if things ain't good, I'll be the first one out. But allow me this one thing, alright? Just this one time. If it doesn't work out, you'll be the first one to know. You can laugh then, or berate me all you want. But please don't ask me to step aside like I'm incapable of doing anything to help.
I have no idea if it is the look on his face or the tone of my voice. Ultimately, although his mouth presses into a thin line, he nods.
All right, stay safe, Zach.
You got it, Chief. Dick. Jackass. When he stumbles into the sidewalk and allows the afternoon crowd to swallow him whole, I like to think the tiny gleam in his eyes was the closest we can get to optimism in his situation. Whether that alone will be enough to give me a peaceful sleep tonight remains to be said. Night falls, and despite my best attempts, sleep continues to elude me. With her image still stuck in my head, flashing every few moments, it catches me off guard, with Ma's lullaby still echoing in my ears, no longer the soft tune it once was. And the terrible gnawing at the pit of my stomach. It's no wonder I can't bring myself to drift off even for a little while. It's not as if there's a complete lack of things to do while waiting for sleep to come, if it ever will. And at quarter to 3 in the morning, I find myself cleaning my photography equipment for no other reason than just to pass time. I don't like that. It looks weird. Though, if I'm going to be honest, it is not the night terrors that are keeping me wide awake tonight, but the anxiety and the hope I'll hear from Asher and Isabella soon. And for what's perhaps the 42nd time, my eyes shift over to the end of the table where my phone lies still. I've not heard from them since they left. They haven't promised to call, of course, but a small part of me wishes they would have the common sense, or at the very least. Waiting is a tough game, but with the concerns stretching out the minutes far longer than usual, it's impossible for more unpleasant thoughts not to enter my mind. Moreover, it does not help when the clock finally strikes 3. Spaghettios! Spaghettios! My hand stills. There's a complete and utter lie. It'll be a complete and utter lie to say my heart didn't leap straight into my throat in that brief second. Ooh, I do not like that. That's the cursed Christmas tree. My whole body has gone motionless. Ears straining for any further sound. A couple of tense seconds pass. Nothing. Chorus with how old the building I'm staying in is power fluctuations ain't anything new. Even every now and then, this would happen, leaving a few tenants in a rather bad mood. Nothing unusual anymore after a few years of living here, but this time, the sudden hush brings with it a stillness that raised the hair at the back of my neck and set my heart beating against my chest. Something reeks in the air, and in an instant, this place is no longer home. It's a prison. Every rational fiber in my being screams at me to leave. I force myself to swallow and keep a clear head as I lay down all my cleaning tools and begin gathering together the rest of my things scattered about the table, the camera's body, lenses, filters, diffuser, phone, anything my hand could reach. But in resultant panic, like in the nightmares, it is the scent that reaches me first. A foul, putrid smell filling my lungs with a heavy stink of death. My fingers clamp tightly to the camera, holding close to my body as if the tiny thing would provide me enough protection to whatever it is, whatever is with me in the room. It won't. But it's the only comfort I have. And knowing that whoever she is, she has once been human. Perhaps not all of it is gone. Perhaps some of it is still there.
I know you're in here. What do you want?
Something was behind me. I saw scuttling over the walls, followed by the squelch and painful creaking of what can only be rotten flesh and broken bones. That hesitation, I whirl around my fingers and camera ready, patiently waiting for another movement.
I can help you. Whatever it is that keeps you here, I can help. That's what the letter's for, ain't it? You don't have to keep taking people's lives.
There's a brief moment of silence after, and after a short while, I think my pleas worked. Then, with no warning, the scuffling resumes. Along with it are the sobs of a woman. Oh, thanks for the help, Vice. How are you doing? Use the mouse to look around. Where are you? The light flashes. Woo! Not bad. I just took a picture of a ghost. Inflatingly one last time, allowing me to a glimpse of her grotesque, misshapen features before it is once again lost in the darkness. All of a sudden, her tune changes, no longer a soft cry, but a high-pitched shriek brimming with pain, grief, and anger. Big-ass burgers? Oh yeah, that's pretty dope. I could go for a fat burger, too. Every ounce of courage I muster flees from my body at the sound, and the next thing I know, my hand is gripping the knob, and I'm wrenching the door open. Her wails follow me as I flee into the night. Pacing has always been more of Ashton's thing than mine. When I want to think, I let the minutes tick by until an idea comes to my mind or a pulse settles down, and yet dried leaves and twigs crack under my shoes as I make another pass at them. Terror is too mild to describe what this is. There's no way in hell I'm going back. Whatever she is, pleading won't work. The moment we saw that letter, she's been after us.
Not this time.
Nearly 2 hours have gone by since I left the comfort of my room for the solitude of the park. And 2 excruciating hours since I started making calls. Stream's going all right. I mean, I got 4 viewers now. It was originally 1, and then 3, and then 2, and now it's 4, which is really good. I'm actually quite happy about that. No one's answering. 2 excruciating hours since I've started making calls. No one's answering. Not even Rebecca, who always keeps her phone line open in case people need her. Or Isabella, who frequently checks hers for any messages and readily responds as soon as she can afford. It doesn't help that Ash hasn't said a word where he went off to as well.
Damn it! I knew I should have asked him before I let him leave.
Knowing him, he could be anywhere, but there's really one place he'll likely be at this time. Oh, sure. Yeah. Let her in. It's great. The sun has already peeked over the horizon when I make it to the mansion. I have no idea what I'm expecting to see when I got there. Kenji, you ready to check the oil? Kenji? Kenji! You ready to check the oil?
I already did, it's not yet.
Alright. That's Ashton, first and foremost. A part of me wishes my assumptions are correct and he's really somewhere close by on a stakeout. I almost said steakhouse, but here, in my defense, I have not been to one in a long time. But I've never been the lucky sort when it comes to that kind of guessing. So, do you want, you know how to use the Discord command in the chat? Yeah, awesome. Well, you just use the command. It's right there. Yeah. Dumbass. Lol. Get wrecked. Get good. Get some glasses. You're blind. But I've never been the lucky sort when it comes to that kind of guessing. And even after I made a round of the immediate vicinity, I could neither hide nor hair. I could find neither hide nor hair of him. Calling him does no good either, considering how awful the signal is here. On my screen it appeared as after I said guess not. Wow, that's wild. He can't be too far if he's really here, but if he is, he would have already noticed by now. Instead, there is only silence. A kind too quiet to find any sort of comfort in. Even the trees seem to have fallen asleep with the rest of the mansion, oblivious to what's happening around it. A small island of stillness in the otherwise fast-paced world. No wonder the whole world of Anslem feels at odds with the rest of Luxborn. While the city is alive, growing every minute, breathing every second, and pulsating with life, the village remains unmoving, unchanged. It's not surprising the legends still live up to this day and why she's still here, walking its hallowed halls. Oh, she got caught by the scare? What is your friend's name, by the way? If I may ask, what do you call your friend? So I can say hello. And beyond me, the mansion looms ominously. But now ain't the time for fear. Even if Ash is not here, I've still got to let the Wrights know what I've seen and what's in their home. And whatever grievance Ash has with them doesn't matter. Well, hello, Bob. Welcome in. I really like your name, you know, because I name a lot of things Bob and Steve and Joe and George. And just fix my orientation here. There we go. That's better. There might be grounds for imprisonment, but they don't deserve such a brutal death at the hands of one malicious spirit. That must suck. Can't relate. Should I introduce myself to you, Bob? I mean, I probably should, because I have to get into the habit of doing that anyway. My name is Sunny. I am your local friendly gremlin tsundere wolf yokai. I play VNs and horror games, JRPGs, and a few other types of games, like detective games. I'm a variety streamer. And I live in the forests of Japan as a hikikomori, and I help and save people whoever that happen to wander into my forest. And I'm sure Isabella would want the same thing. I straight for the door without a second thought. It takes a few rings, the loud sound above the foreboding stillness before I hear footsteps on the other side.
Only a Nazi would knock at such an ungodly hour.
What the fuck? Hold on, what did he say?
God and Janet, only a Nazi would knock at such an ungodly hour.
First off, who's Gordon Bennett? Are you trying to say God damn it and Rich? And second off, did you just fucking call me a Nancy? Did you just fucking call me gay? Fuck you.
Where's that damn butler when I need him?
Before long, the door whoa, you okay there, Luke? You kinda... You got something around your face. Like your entire body, actually. You good? Before long, the door swings widely open with Mr. Lucas Wright standing behind it. Seething would be a complete understatement to describe him. Like this, I've got no doubt why Ash would find him a suspect.
You? How the hell did you get in here?
You know... I just came there.
What in seven hells do you want?
Well, first off, I don't want you to yell at me, sir. I'm doing my best. And it's very rude!
It's bloody 6 in the morning!
So? Rich people get up at like 5 in the morning.
Listen, sir, I know this is not a good time.
Oh, it's not a good time. Did you even check the clock before coming here? I bet you didn't.
I mean, kinda.
Unlike you, the ones living in this house need to sleep. Come back when people are actually awake, or I'll call security on you.
Hey, thanks for the follow! How are you doing today? Before I could get a word in, he slams the door in my face and bolts it shut with much finality.
Wait, sir, you gotta hear me out. You're both in danger if you stay in there. Have you seen the news lately? Everything's not a coincidence.
Yeah, listen to Zach. Dude knows what he's saying, man. Hello, Toasty Bob. I will introduce myself. My name is Sunny. I am your local Gremlin Sundari Wolf Yokai who lives in the forests of Japan, saving and helping people who stumble upon my forest along the way. I am a variety streamer, and I stream games like It's Invalid or Expired. I'll fix that. Hold on. I am a comfy for. I wouldn't say comfy, but I'd say comforting, I guess you could say. A variety streamer. I stream VNs, horror games, such as this one, which is a mixture of both. I stream detective games like Ace Attorney. I play JRPGs, etc. I'm good, thank you for asking. I like your name. It's nice. It reminds me of bread. Buttered toast is good. I will not lie about that. Alright, let me just... Let me just get that in there. Oh, Vice, do you want to tell her about the wheel? Or them? Or whatever pronoun they go by? Or do you go by the pronouns buttered toast? Here's the thing. I can't spin the wheel yet. The rules are pinned actually for the wheel. Yeah, I have a wheel for donations because I'm poor and I am desperate. Lol. I might as well be honest with myself. Alright, I fixed up the thing. Let's try that command again. That should work. If you would like, I can show you the rewards that you can get. Let me just right quick do that. Full screen? Yeah, good. This is the wheel. As you can see, I have a variety of delicious options. Yeah. Some of the costume redeems, though, are not quite finished. A few of them are. The swimsuit one is done. The human maid is done. Phantom Thief is almost done. But the other ones are not quite done yet. And I will do that. Alright, time to get back to the game. Only silence answers me. Maybe if it was Miss Wright. Oh, who am I kidding? There are limits to how far a person will believe you. Give me one moment, guys. I have to use the bathroom right quick. I'll be right back. I'm back. Thank you for the compliments. I watched it and saw them. It made me really happy. It means a lot more than you think. Because I was starting to feel a little insecure, I'm not gonna lie. Then again, I didn't believe Isabella when she warned us. And now I'm here, desperately trying to save people, even if I'm aware it's completely out of my own capacity to do so. Is this what they call karma? If so, this is one horrible way of turning things around. Taking people's lives, playing with people's fears, making them feel useless.
You're around, ain't you? You here? Inside this house? Listening, watching, or whatever it is that you spirits do? What did they do to you? I can help you, you know? If it'll let you move on, I'll gladly do so. You don't have to kill anyone.
Nothing. I don't even know who I'm talking to or if a sane person is supposed to be doing that. The only thing I got after is a feeling of foolishness washing over me. Perhaps it's just me losing my mind. Out of other options and any other ideas, let my hands slide off the door surface and fall listlessly to my sides. I could go back to Luxboard. Try to find others. Try to find the others. Try to get out of this mess with them. Or let them know how much in deep shit we all are. Both sound good. Either way, my loitering here ain't helping at all. Ready to taste it with me? I let the quietness calm me for a few more minutes before standing up and heading out to fetch my bike. Actually, are really good. I can't even taste it. You have to rip it up a little. It's juicy and tender, and it kind of tastes like chicken parm.
Yeah, you got it.
You know what's funny is it has vegetables in it. More nutrients for us, I guess. How to cheat at life when you don't want to eat your vegetables. Get vegetable-infused chicken nuggets. It's quite a distance to Luxbourne, but if I hurry, I'll reach it and maybe the rustling stops as soon as I turn around and strain my ears for any other movement around me. Then you can't have snuggies. Look at him. He's drooling.
He's already had 2 cans, so.
Life hacks. Well, he needs more cans.
I know, I told you already.
These are actually really small.
I know.
I'm slightly disappointed.
Yeah.
Ready? Catch. Good catch. Blech. What? You want some more, or? Was this a whole bag, or?
No.
Don't mind me, I normally eat on stream because fuck it. We can always make more later. We can always make more later. Yeah, we found these chicken nuggets on sale. It is Purdue, which is healthier frozen brand of nuggets. They also have fresh nuggets that you find in the deli section. And these are pizza flavored. They also have barbecue flavor. And they have vegetables mixed in.
Yo, Ash, you there?
Hello? No answer. Bro, I'm just trying to fucking eat my chicken nuggets in peace, man. If he is here. I've just missed him earlier. Alrighty, my feet are moving in search of him for a second time. Won't hurt to double check. Triple check even. Also, if we make more, can we make fries with it? How big the property is, he can be anywhere. If things ain't so urgent, if they ain't so dire that the lives are at stake, I'd probably have just waited for him to show up again.
But damn it! He needs to realize what exactly it is he's dealing with.
That it's not... it's just a petty criminal that he can simply throw in jail. That it's something beyond the authority his police badge could ever give him. This guy needs to stop playing the big damn hero, sit down and chill. My breath comes in short, shallow rasps by the time I make it back here where I started. Still no sign of, I'm beginning to think I'm just wasting my time here. Uh-oh. Oh no. But that's when I hear it. I recognize the melody in a heartbeat. Mom's favorite song. I listened for a while, trying to gauge exactly where exactly from the house it's coming from. My feet start to move before I can stop them. Oh, hell no! Ho ho! And there, as I circle a corner from a room in the first floor, a single window is open, but I can't make out whoever's inside. However, I'm sure the singing comes from there. Still, why I'll hear an old tune here of all places I won't know. It's not an obscure song by all means. It is pretty rare to find someone who knows it here, though. And for some reason, Dev seems to follow the song around. Panic lodges itself at the base of my throat at once. Uh-oh. Whoever's humming might be. I don't want to be the pessimist now, but on the off chance it's Miss Right.
Shit.
I shouldn't just barge in there. But you also should. Good catch, Finn. You good? Nuggets are gone. Please, sir. May I have some more?
Oh, you do it.
Or should we make french fries now?
I'll buy french fries in first.
Alright. Finn, move. I can put myself in danger before I can save anyone. Ash will tell me so in the exact same words. Might even write me a dissertation. Why it is a bad idea if he ain't so lazy. But damn it, god damn it! Someone could be in danger. Either enter the open window or keep looking for Ash. Keep looking. Mind your own business! The achievement. Mind your own business. Man, that's an achievement for me, y'all. Y'all, mind your own business and you live. Trust me, it works every time. In the end, the rational part of my brain wins out. The half that has spent too much time around Ash. It's right, though, the reasonable part. If I do force my way in and find something unpleasant, how am I going to fight back with my camera? No matter where you look at it, I simply ask you for a painful death.
I have a better chance if I find Ash. What is he snooping about?
Perhaps I should try the forest, make a round farther into the gardens. Not a sound plan, but it's better than nothing. The woman's soft sobs have subsided now by some means. Although almost inaudible to the point I'm wondering if I truly heard what I heard. I didn't get to dwell on it much though, but because right at the moment my phone rings. Sharp notes cutting, piercing through the thick quietude. I clamp a hand over it, pressing the button before the speakers are close to my ear.
Are you?
I only caught the tail end of a person's greeting on the other side, but I know the voice was
What was
not.
that, Ash? Could you repeat that? Signal shitty here.
I asked, where are you? Hell, Zach, I've been calling your number for a good 20 minutes now. What kind of shithole did you get into?
Good morning to you, too. I should be asking you that question. I've been looking all over the mansion for you. I thought you'd be...
What mansion?
Do I really need to answer that?
Why are you even... No, wait. Just get your ass here at Isabella's place, and hurry.
I shift my gaze to the mansion, specifically at the window I heard cries from. There is nothing of it now, not even echoes.
How urgent is this?
Pressing enough for you to stop asking questions and get yourself here. Please, Zach.
That gives me a pause. It's a rare thing for him to take on that tone. Let me just,
I'll be there in a few. An hour or two tops.
Thanks. I'll see you.
I'll rush back to my bike as soon as the call ends. That another look, I leave the mansion along with its haunting melodies and grim echoes behind. There are more important things than my own curiosity and impulses. Marianne. 7:15 p.m. Oh, we're on Marianne's story now. Oh, look! She's got anime on her wall! Awesome! Hey! That's so cool! She's got anime on her wall. Let's go! Her name is Marianne McCullough. Birthday is July 4th. Cancer, 30 years old. 5'11". Ooh, she a tall bitch. She is an interior design former architect. She's Irish. She is Roman Catholic. She has a Bachelor of Arts in Architecture. Likes chocolate, cats, classical arts, country music. Country music? Ew! My opinion of you was great until I learned you like country music, you fucking... You know what? I can't be mad because I have preference. She fits that preference.
Okay.
Karaoke, board games, video games, anime, and other obscure pop culture items, and yoga. Oh, she loves anime. Oh my god, is this what Kenji would be if he were Irish and a chick? You know what? I'm not even mad. Good country music. I don't like country music. It's gross. I don't like redneck music. Left in a dumpster as a baby, she was found by a peddler and spent most of her childhood roaming the countryside in a beat-up van. Oh, Vice! You were found in a dumpster, too! That's amazing! Dumpster babies unite! This is great. It's Kenji if he were Irish, a chick, and a dumpster baby. But what were they? But what Vice and Marianne here were they prom night dumpster babies? Her father taught her how to read, write, and pray. Though an unconventional life, it was all she knew. Child welfare and protection eventually caught on and required that she have a proper education. She was provided a scholarship at St. Samson's School for Young Ladies and was bullied for being a charity kid. Wow, those fucking bitches. Fuck them and their weird rich people bullshit. Young ladies? What are you, like, having dinner with the queen or some shit? Probably. I don't know. Marianne only had one friend, and was mostly focused on her studies, intent on graduating and returning to her father, ashamed that he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's soon after. Oh no! That's so sad. I remember. I know what. I'm sorry. Like, I understand what it's like. My grandmother had Alzheimer's too. Her work as an architect in Ireland lasted until the Irish economic crisis. Oh no, was it the Irish potato famine 2.0? Because that would suck. She moved to England after some time, Luxborn in search of better career opportunities. That is so sad. The numbers are so little on the top of my head, and they glare at me with such intensity that I can just hear their accusations. I'm late for a night out with the girls. Yes, but I have a perfectly good excuse. Jeez! That was actually kind of a good one. Okay, my excuse for being late was I was watching anime. Considering I don't follow typical office hours, they can't really expect me to be able to just go as I please at 5:30 on the dot. The client is, first and foremost, my priority. I have to sit tight with my personal assistant, Chris. When my personal assistant, Chris, tells me we have a big one coming up and I should have missed this one. He knows a lot more on the who's who and the what's what when it comes to these socialites, and I trust the that judgment call. I really don't have time for rich people, their drama, and their politics. These sort who were born with silver spoons in their mouths and who were used to wagging their silver tongues about. Honestly, same. I relate on a spiritual level. I let them handle the negotiating with them for the most part. Now I let him handle the negotiating on the most part. Why else would I have hired him? But he told me I'd receive a message in about it an hour ago.
No, if only he has the full shilling when it comes to the time.
Come on, I have a social life too, you know. To an extent. Sort of. Not at all. Pressing my head against the table, I tried to stave off an oncoming headache when the notification for a new email pops up. All I'm expecting is a, hey, this looks like a good project I found. Go send them a design or something like that. Really, that's often how it goes. Even with these rich, jammy clients who's heard of me from their equally rich, jammy friends, I can't expect them to hire me right off the bat, which is all well and good and reasonable. We figure out what they want, send them my portfolio, my drafts for their projects, my rates, and hope for the best. This is a big client, Marianne. I'll babysit Baruthiel for you. Just please take this one project. I promise this person is huge in Luxborn. His email and any attachments that are intended solely for the use of the addressee. If you are not the intended receipt, they may have been sent to you in error. Any unauthorized use of information is strictly prohibited. Mikola at xmail.com. Chris Oak Parker. Chris Oak Park at yahoo.com. Yahoo.com. It's like yahoo.com, but it's funny as hell. mmalconia616 at xmail.com. Oh my god, that is amazing. It's fucking just yahoo.com, and then it's yahoo.com. You know, you gotta prevent some bad copyright strikes. Mr. Parker, this is a formal request. This is a formal request to request to secure the services of Marianne McCullough, hereinafter called the designer, as authorized by Hannah Wright, hereinafter called the client. For interior design work at Ermengarde Mansion, Luxborn, LX18 ORF, United Kingdom. That seems like a made-up address. I mean, it most likely is. It most likely is a made-up address. But you could tell that type of address is strictly made up. Like, that's the kind of address you send your friends when you want to fuck with them. It's like 1-800 go fuck yourself. Or that one, or like, before cell phones were a thing, there was this one number that you could call, and it was like a fucking prank line, and all it did was just call you an asshole or something like that. And say you've been pranked or whatever. The client hopes to have the designer there on the 21st of October, Friday, with the time pending. But as I open the mail and see that I've been requested by the client specifically, well, I certainly didn't expect that. It's pretty straightforward too. Anyone else would probably be excited. They would be working with the Hannah Wright. She's just one of those rich socialites that everyone loves to talk about, no matter how hard I try to tune out such nonsense. It would have been enough for me to reply with an affirmative to Chris and leave, but he has never pleaded for me to take a project before. We've worked with biz personalities in the past, celebrities, bankers, even a few politicians. My PA had been indifferent about those. So the question bounced about my skull before I spied one of the email attachments. Huh? Wright Enterprise donates £2.5 million to Refuge UK. To Refuge UK. At the grand opening of the new Wright Hotel last Wednesday, our local billionaire couple, Luke and Hannah Wright, announced a donation of £2.5 million to help Luxmore Refuge keep their services open. Unexpected, but certainly welcome. This follows only a month after the couple's previous donation of the same amount to Save the Children UK. I like how Luke is not even in the fucking picture. One of the largest donations, the amount will help keep the safe house in Luxmore open for several years. With this money, Refuge can keep helping women, children, and victims of domestic violence. There are rumors as well of the charity talking with the couple and looking into building a local center equivalent to their Gaia and Athena locations. These rumors have come to us due to one of the Enterprise's employees mentioning Project EOS. Certainly caused quite a stir back then. Apparently they invited businessmen and socialites everywhere in the guise of it being some big business announcement.
$2.5 million and an expensive-looking party to boot. These people sure know how to throw their money around.
Damn, I wish I had money to throw around. I can't even rub 2 pennies together. Not that I should be so callous. They're going to do a lot of good and help a community of people with all those pounds. I, of all people, shouldn't criticize such acts, whether they were for show or not. At the very least, I know they'll be able to pay my rates. With the headline out of the way, however, I find myself staring at the picture that came along with the clipping. Because, wow, here I am expecting a sour old woman in a blazer and skirt, but the woman that was plastered in front of plastered on the front page looks like she belongs to the front page of the entertainment section, or even, if I am to be crass, as a pinup for a glamour. Is that for makeup? What's a glamour? Kenji, what's a glamour pinup?
If this is talking about photos?
The woman that was plastered on the front page, as in Hannah Wright, looks like she belongs on the front page of an entertainment section, or even, if I am to be crass, as a pinup for a glamour.
Glamour magazine. Pinup is a type of photo.
Glamour magazine? What the fuck is that?
That's my understanding of what that is.
A genre of fashion.
Yeah.
Apparently it's what Vice said it was.
Yeah, so that's what we all...
I thought it was a Playboy magazine. I thought they were gonna go that far.
No, we're talking like Vogue magazine, shit like that.
I hate those magazines. No wonder I didn't recognize what it was. Because it's stupid. Okay, I'll be real here. A men's magazine. I knew it! I knew she would fucking say a men's magazine. I fucking knew she would say Playboy magazine. Yes! I'm very proud of myself. She sure knows how to rock that dress. That's pretty gay of you to say, Marianne. Is the impression of attraction or fascination that is a particularly luxurious or elegant appearance creates an impression which intensifies reality? Yeah, no, fuck that. Wait, her hair, her eyes, her lips, she can't be her. And at the same time, she is her, only several years older. She looks just like... No, come on, Mac. The world is full of pretty blondes. It's just a coincidence. I shake my head with a shake of my head, I snap out of it and reach for my phone when it buzzes, nearly falling off my chair in the process. Who else would be on the other line but the very people waiting for me?
Oh, piss. I'm so sorry, Cam. I'm on my way.
I'm sorry, Cam. Piss. Piss. I say that too sometimes. I sometimes say, piss. That's what I say. Yet I still don't move in my chair, face flushed and heart racing. I can only stare until I can will my eyes to reply that yes, I am accepting the assignment. And it takes even more time for me to just close the image, shut down the computer, and leave. Even then, it has already burned its image into my head, no matter how much I wish it would just disappear. It makes me eager for the alcohol and the company. Yes, Irish people drink to cope. I should know. I'm friends with a person who's Irish and drinks to cope. He also drinks just to drink. It makes me eager for anything that can help me forget. It's a good thing that the nearest pub is just a hop, skip, and a jump from here. Is it a swim? The Galway Shawl, as it is called by those who frequented the place, is the only decent Irish pub in the country. In this county. You can pretty much tell that someone is new if they call it by its official name, the Crawl Bar. I remember seeing the glamour magazines at the grocery store. The guitar right now sounded like Behind Blue Eyes. Yeah, it's actually pretty chill. I like it. And there's the TV! That's how you know it's a pub. My home away from home ever since I moved to Luxbourne was when I'm not cooped up in my condo. In my condo, I'm working anyway. Has good alcohol, good company, and thank God, and Saint Cecilia, good music. Turned to jazz, nice. Crowd favorites like the Bothy Noise, the High Westland Men, and the Second Fusion Orchestra are often played. Not to mention the singing. I love the singing. Anyone can just break out into a drinking song, and the others in the pub were just wonderful when they'd start singing along. And doing so while intoxicated is the best way to go about it. Hey, it's a win-win as long as I don't puke in the middle of the chorus, and as long as I can get home in one piece at the end of the day. And tonight is karaoke night. What better time than to try and sing all my worries away? That's what my intoxicated brain tells me. Yes, drunk singing. Hey, Kenji, did you put the fries in?
The ghost of guilt and sorrow remembers who I am, and in the prison of my heart, I was my only slave.
Oh, sick lyrics, dude! Get out of here. Go and get out of here. Starts to singing a sea shanty while we... Yeah, but she's actually really good at singing. Holy crap. Her drinking only reminds me of my home, and the thought of home makes me think of her.
But in the depths of my cold soul, I'll leave the burden and despair.
It makes me nauseous. It sickens me that the smallest reminder of her can cause such grief.
I'll fight for what's worth fighting for. Forget the fear, forget the rest.
Sounds like she would be great at singing Paramore songs. Yeah, probably. Of course, that might just be the booze. Any other day I would have scolded myself for drinking so much.
I lied to the Lord, I lied to myself, I lied to you and everyone I care, until there were no more lies to tell.
But I already have a client, and we will be having our first little meet and greet in a few days.
Cowardice is easier than being brave, but at last I found the strength I lost to sing my love letter to you. 'Cause people can lie, but my lone heart beats true.
I want to at least enjoy this night, get over the hangover tomorrow, and return to being a prim and proper professional after.
That song was for Cam, our lucky bride-to-be. So give her a hand, Galway Shawl.
I love how she's blushing because she's so fucking drunk. Considering the state I'm in, One can excuse my smug grin as cheers and applause rise above the pub's patrons because possibly off-key singing public singing aside. I feel like I'm on top of the world right now, and that's a good reason as any to belt out in front of the strangers. With good drinks and good friends, there's nowhere else I'd rather be tonight. What should we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? We throw him overboard, give him a shower in the ocean. And I forget for a short while.
And that song was brought to you by Marianne McCullough, everyone. A round of applause.
Damn, my friends are hot. So, you ladies come here often? No, I'm just kidding. That's a terrible thing to do. I'm sorry, guys.
That was so good. You rock, Marianne.
One of you don't like me until they're sober.
Oh, please stop. You're just saying that.
And you're just drunk.
You know neither of us can hold a tune, Marianne.
Haruna. Hello.
A toast to our shameless drunk singer. May your drinks forever flow and your notes be ever lovely.
If anyone deserves a toast tonight, that's Cam. Finally sealed the deal after 3 years, eh?
I love how she sounds more Irish when drunk.
Read 'em and wait, bitches.
Oh yeah, bitches. No, I'm stupid. Sorry. Kamala's diamond engagement ring gleams as she holds it above for all the world to see. She even she has reasons to be proud. 3 other years of living together, and her boyfriend finally asked her the big question. Obviously, she said
Don't
yes.
get too attached to that ring or the one after, sweetie. I was wearing a wedding ring not so long ago, and look at where I am.
Single and in a bar with a looking like a biker. I assume that's just how people normally do.
But enough of me being a downer. Cheers to a happy engagement!
Yeah. Of course, if something like Haruna's divorce were to happen, I'd be there for Cam. Oh, guy, what happened to you? Did your ex also try and dump you on the side of the road and annex all your stuff? I'm sorry. That was a little much. Anyway, so moving on. Just as Cam had been there for me, acting more than just my yoga instructor, I can't be happier for my friend right now.
Cheers!
Woo!
Cheers!
Good stuff! Well, we both were there for Cam, weren't we? Haruna and I? Haruna. It's been a real bad year for her ever since her divorce. She's such a nice person, even loaning me money to open a studio. She didn't deserve what happened, what her husband had pulled. I'm happy she's smiling again and picking it out like she used to. I think we've all missed our Japanese firecracker. Yeah! Hey, it's my people! We met in yoga class, something I had joined to keep myself in shape, and well, honestly, so that I could make friends when I had moved to Luxborn. I'm pretty sure that's why adults join any form of class. So, like, I need friends, but I need to make it look like I'm not there just to make friends. Join yoga and cooking class. Yeah! Clearly, it worked like a charm. And it definitely didn't have anything to do with the fact that I brought along my lucky D20 die with me on the first day. No, sir. Oh, she plays D&D. That's fucking dope. Yo, Marianne, you're so fucking cool. I love these girls so much. I love the Japanese firecracker. I love what looks to be a Latina. And we got an Irish person. The gang's all here. You want me to salt him? Yeah. She rolled a nat 20 in charisma, Riz. I am just happy I get to see a homie here. It's great.
What about you, Marianne? You're 30 years old and you still haven't got yourself a man.
What if I'm gay, you bitches?
And you guys know I have a very busy schedule. I don't have time for that.
You have time for that.
Oh, come on. That's a lame lame excuse and you know it.
Yeah, listen to my Japanese brethren. It's a lame excuse, and they will know what a lame excuse is because they don't like socializing very much. I should know. If a Japanese person who is usually antisocial by nature is telling you it's a lame excuse to not go out and find yourself a man or a lady or whatever, you know, that's saying something. Oops, I'm sorry. Can I unblock terms? That was an accident. I was trying to accept it. I was trying to accept the term. I assume it would be...
Alright, I removed it.
Awesome. Alright, try it again, Vice.
You need a man who'll take care of you, and you need it now. Maybe some hunk who'll be your house hubby while you rake in the dough.
Are you trying to get her a sugar baby?
I'm quite capable of taking care of myself. Who needs a Mr. Right?
Yay!
Yeah, so it tried to do that again. But I got it.
Hey, look at me. I'm Marion McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma, but I can't get myself a date.
Kenji, can you clip that? That was amazing. Kenji! Can you clip it, please? Oh. Fuck's sake, that was great. That is too good not to clip. Okay, one more time for the homie DJ Screws. We're gonna play it again.
Hey, look at me. I'm Marion McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma, but I can't get myself a date.
Whoa! Oh my god. Hey, look at me. I'm this person. I'm a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma. I can't get myself a date. I shouldn't be laughing. I used to be a chaotic good paladin with 9 when I played D&D, the one and only time I played D&D. I think she just started playing D&D, if anything. But here's the thing. I'm gonna be direct. The one time I played D&D, I was a lawful neutral... Oh, damn it. Gotta wait. Did you clip it, Kenji? I'll show it. Did you give it a name? Fucking hell. So, the one time I played D&D, like the one and only time I did, I will tell you all right now. I was a chaotic neutral paladin, and I had high HP and high charisma, And yet, at that time, I could not get myself a date. Yeah, it was kind of sad.
Hey, look at me. I'm Marion McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in...
Hold on. I'll edit that clip later, I guess. I mentioned druids and demons once. Once! They don't even know the rules or understand what the numbers mean. Oh, they can't say Dungeons and Dragons, so they say druids and demons. And I certainly am not some sort of holy person. I am a far cry from a miracle worker, and I barely have the willpower to fight off demons, especially on my own.
Actually, maybe she isn't looking for a Mr. Right, but a Mrs. Right.
Oh, you're calling her a lesbian.
Oh, my Marianne, we still love you even if you're in the closet.
God damn it, she's my fucking favorite. I love Haruna.
That would explain some things. Haruna, you don't have a ring anymore. Maybe you two can be together and I don't have to worry about my best girls being alone.
What are you on about? There's nothing to explain.
She's gay. But the more I deny, the louder the tease until others in the pub start to watch. It doesn't help at all when Haruna drapes her arm over my shoulder and leans in.
Will I be all yours then? Will you be making me feel like a woman?
Oh, baby, I'll make you feel like a woman all you want. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. I know they're just kidding around, but that doesn't make me comfortable in the slightest. So when Kamala notices my silence and Haruna sees the expression on my face, they stop. And when the awkward air settles over us, the rest of the club goes back to whatever they were doing before the whole thing ever happened. They probably won't even remember when they wake up with massive hangovers anyway.
Me too.
Hey, no hard feelings, right?
I'm a rogue right now with no charisma, tamed 3 wolves on my first try. That's pretty lit. I raise my glass. They smile. We drink. There's no need to say more. We're all definitely far too drunk tonight. Eventually the fun times end. It's a weekday after all. And with Haruna being a nurse, she still has to go get ready for her next shift. Cam also has a loving fiance waiting for her at home, and really didn't have to make a fuss about having left some buns in the oven when she took off early. Really understand. I was the one who insisted, who was determined to get pissed drunk anyway. Which is why I sit alone at last. Alone with a stranger. Ah, no, it's him! I haven't seen him here before, obviously not a regular. He hasn't said a word and just sits there, savoring his drink, with his whiskey served neat in one hand and lighter in the other. It doesn't seem like he's noticed me yet, and maybe I should go before he looks my way. Because he was pretty and he was blonde. And those 2 things, plus alcohol, never did me any good. I thought too late. And judging by the way his flushed face and the dazed look in his eyes, he's as pissed drunk as I am. I gotta save the game and stop here because I have a community night to do. All right. Well, that was lots of fun. I'm glad everyone came. Well, thank you all for coming. And until next time, take care.